If your Tesla's AC is very, very loud and you just feel like you're not getting enough air, very likely you're missing out on a big maintenance item that Tesla recommends. It is to clean the air condenser, also known as a radiator. So I've already shown you how to replace the air filters, the inside air filter as well as the HEPA filter on a Model Y. Detailed step-by-step installation guide in the description below. This is the other part of the equation where we actually clean the leaves and gunk from the front radiator, giving you more airflow, letting your system run more efficient. I'm also going to show you a simple product that you can install in under 2 minutes that will save you from doing this in the future. Let's get started. So right inside those vents is your AC condenser, and you can see that looks like your typical house AC condenser that has delicate fins, and that's what we are cleaning. And just from outside you can tell that thing is filled with leaves and bugs that needs to be cleaned out so that your air conditioning is going to be a lot more efficient. So that's what we're doing, and at the end we're going to be covering this grill with a really nice mesh so that big leaves like that will never make it inside there, so you don't have to clean this hopefully ever again. All you need for this project is a pry tool, 10mm socket wrench, optional but highly recommended air wedge bag, small vacuum cleaner, water hose, and optional but recommended grill mesh cover. Link to all the tools and products listed in the description below. Now this process is pretty much the same for all cars. Your 10mm sockets might be in different locations. So for the AMD cars, there's going to be 4 right here. For Intel cars, there is going to be 6 even on the hooks there. So look at your manual, but it's pretty standard. We're going to remove that vent there. Then we're going to be removing this whole tub and be able to access this. Now first step is actually to go ahead and remove this cover from here. Just use a pry tool and you are able to prop this out. And the reason is because there is a power that is going to this front button here that we need to first remove. There you go. That way this whole thing can be removed easily without any problem. And to remove this, you just have to kind of grab onto this here and then just pull this out. Do not yank out on the wires here. You just have to hold right here and then pull this out. And if it is being a stubborn, you can use a tiny pointer here to push it, and then this can release down there, and then you are able to take this out. But usually it just comes out. Now you can leave this right here on the top, and this wire is now free. We don't have to do anything about that. Now there is just the 2 here and 2 there, but first I gotta remove that vent pan. If you're new here, welcome. We bring latest Tesla gadgets, show you detailed step-by-step installation guide so you can DIY install those products. Also bring you helpful Tesla videos like this. If this all sounds good to you, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. Now removing this is super easy. You just have to reach underneath here and then start pulling this. Mine, I have done this hundreds of times, so I can even do this just from one side. Yours is probably gonna be a little bit more stuck. Just use your hands or pry tool to pull it out, and even right here I can already see the leaves accumulating. Before we remove the sockets here, just go over here and you're gonna have a little plastic push pin clip that you need to remove from right at this location on the top. Mine, I lost mine because I do this so much. So now we're gonna remove the tub. So again, 10mm socket here, nothing fancy. We're just going to go around. There are 4 in this car. You may have 6 if you have an older car, but the Juniper Highland, all of the AMD cars, they just have 4, and you just remove it and put it on the tub because we're going to be taking the tub out. Now after you remove the plastic fastener there and you remove those 4 socket screws, in this case this tub actually just comes out. Again, if it is being a stubborn, just pry it a little bit, don't force it out. Don't yank it out, just take your time and gently do this. Now on the newer car, you may even have clips on the bottom of that tub right here, so you wanna remove that as well gently. Now this is the part we are after. We gotta remove this cover, just lift it up and clean it. But if you look at it here, even this cover is yucky. So I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum this a little bit, wipe this down, and then I'm gonna pop open the cover. So to remove this cover here, get access to it underneath to clean, we're gonna have to undo a couple of plastic push pins and clips. Super easy. There are 6 on the top, and then the top ones we're gonna start with first, and these are super simple. You just have to lift them. If you lift them here, you can see that there is a little notch that is holding on to this top bracket here, and there are 6 of them, and we just have to push them and then get this bracket out. There's also this push clips here that we have to actually pinch on those tabs. So let me show you a little bit closely here. So what we have to do is, if you look at it, that each of them are holding on to this top cover here. So what we have to do is pinch on both of them at the same time. That means it is going to get released underneath that hole. Then this top bracket just comes out. Now for these top ones, the best way I have found is to go behind here, grab onto this bracket here, and then basically lift this. And when you lift it, as you see, this one comes out. Then I can keep doing that with the rest of the clips here, and everything should be easy to pull it out. Same thing on this side. I'm just going to hold on here, be able to pull this, pull this, pull this. Then you see that it props out. Now for this push ones, let me show you here a little bit of close up. There are those things. We just have to pinch them together. And when we pinch them together, it releases to that hole there. Then we're able to remove the bracket. A little bit hard to show you here with the camera, but if you look at it there, I have pinched them and then they release onto that hole. Now this top bracket is loose. On this side, I just got to do that on the other side as well. We have already undone all of those clips on the top. Now we have pushed that one, pushed this one. All of this is removed. Now I am ready to prop this out. Don't yank this out, of course, but we're able to slowly look underneath there and look at that. That is crazy. Now just for safety purposes, so the cabin air vent, the protection does not come on, turn off the cabin overheat protection as well as turn off the car in general so that nothing can trip or anything during this time. Now the challenging part is going to be constantly lifting this and then getting underneath to clean this up. One thing that you can do with a little bit of assistance is this thing here. It's a Rhino kit that you can get in Amazon. I'll put a link down below. But what this kit essentially does is you can put this kit down here. Just make sure that it is not touching the Tesla's fins or anything. It is only on the side right here on the bracket here. And what you can do is you can put this, and what this does is you can then pump this out just like a blood pressure machine, and it expands. And when it expands, it allows you to have the access underneath there so that you can easily clean this out. Again, just be careful it doesn't touch the fins. I have to look at it here myself. It is not touching the fins, so that is good because those fins are very delicate and I don't want to damage them. But if you look at it here, just with one side, I got that much clearance there. I can put another one on this side. That way, this is fully propped out, so I don't have to worry about using my other hand to prop this out. So I have another one. I'm going to put it right here and expand it. Again, just watching out for that fin there. Now, as you can see, that props it out for me. That gives me a lot of clearance to work with here. And again, it's not touching that fin there. Those are the delicate fins, and you can see we have some work to do. Thankfully, most of the debris are on the very top, so it's easy to clean it out for me, but there are some stuff down there. So we have to be super careful with this step here. We don't want to mess up any of those fins or really touch on any of those fins. So I'm going to take my vacuum cleaner and start just gently sucking this in. Very, very, very gently here from the top. These fins right here, they are super delicate, and if the debris is stuck, you can take your brush and just gently, gently, gently try to take it out from there, but do not put any force into it. You're just basically trying to suck all of that out because those fins, they are very delicate. They will bend and then you're gonna get worse airflow. It's just crazy what this has. There's like literally bugs down there. I can see there. Dead bugs and debris. Look at that. So again, you just want to be super gentle, like taking this stuff in. You barely even touch it. You want to just suck the air in and take the debris out. You don't want to mess with the fins at all. Now, if you're having a hard time getting through this, perhaps getting a tiny vacuum like this also helps. Again, you're basically just dabbing into this to try to get the stuff in here. This is going to be a patience game. It is going to take a long time, but you don't want to damage any of these fins, so you're barely going in very, very, very gently and going inside here and trying to get some of this stuff out. Now after clean this up, whatever you can, in my case that's the best I could do. There are some dust, but I don't want to force it out in this stage here. What I'm going to do is now put a hose and just give it a quick rinse so all that dust can at least go down the drain. Now I want to first prepare this hose so we can just rinse it out. But this is not good. This is too much of a pressure. We want like a super simple, like a soaker setting. So something like this where it is not going to damage the fins. Now we are ready to go ahead and put this in the Tesla. So now I'm just going to take this and then slowly just underneath there, like just to soak this out. Like nothing, like as you see, there is barely any pressure here. We just want to soak it in so we can rinse this out. That's the only job here. And it's perfectly fine to rinse this because these materials are weatherproof. As you can imagine, all the road debris and everything coming in, the water and everything coming in. So as long as you don't soak it in any of the electronic part on the top or anywhere, you're good to go. So we're just simply rinsing this out to take care of any debris. And once we do that, the job is done. So what a huge difference from what we had before, all that leaves and everything just being stuck there, to now us being able to see the underneath portion of there. It is so much better now. Sorry, the camera can't see very well here. Tight space. Might have to clean that up, whatever that is, but overall this is in a much better shape than how we found it earlier. And you're wondering where did the water go? It drains from the bottom there. That's how it works. Usually all the water and everything goes through this front grill and then it just drains it from the bottom. Now we are done. These things are super easy to release. We just have to press right here, and as you see, they just release. Super simple. We're going to do the same thing on this guy here. Now just like how we removed it, we just have to push it in and make sure all the clips are aligned, and just make sure that that pinching clip is in between here, again in between there, so that when we push it, as you saw, it clips into its place. Push this side, clips into its place. Pretty much everything clipped into its place. Now we're good to go. Now we're gonna bring the tub back in so we can put this back. Just make sure this cable is on the top here so that when we put it in, we're gonna put it through this opening. So just like how we removed it earlier, we're gonna bring the tub back in. We're gonna grab that cable, make sure it aligns into its place. There are a couple of holes we wanna align, push it on the side. You are golden. Now we can go ahead and put this 10 millimeter, put this 10 millimeter, and then there are two other 10 millimeters that goes here and that goes here. We just have to tighten them. We're almost done. Now don't forget this piece here that we removed the wire earlier. Just push this into its place and align this and push it in. This is good to go. So we are pretty much done. We just need to put the air vent cover back. Now just like how it came out earlier, we just have to find its place here. And again, mine has seen better days. I removed this so much for so many products. As you can see, mine is gonna be a little bit loose, but essentially that's what you do. Now the very final thing remaining is this guy here. If you look at it here, this is a mess. So no leaves is gonna go through this part here. So all we have to do is remove this 3M adhesive from the side and basically stick this in to the front grill there. That way it can block all the debris and leaves from this one, and then it is going to protect your car. It's not going to end up in your air condenser there. Let me show you how. So how this grill mesh works is that, as you can see, it is a mesh here. Right now it is open, everything just ends up in that air condenser there. With this grill, basically everything is going to be blocked so that no big leaves or debris is going to go through it. Some dust might still make it, but the debris and bigger items are not going to make it. So all we do here in this case is basically there are those 3M adhesive on the side. We are just going to align this and then put it right here. We're going to stick it in, and now if you look at it here, the airflow will still go through, no problem, but leaves and debris are not going to make it. So that way you don't have to clean that. All that giant leaf pieces that you saw earlier there, no problem now. We just have to remove this 3M sticker from here. As a double protection, so you got this very strong adhesive here, but as a double protection, you also have these tabs that are going to be grabbing into the air vent there, so that once this grabs, it is going to hold on to it. So it gives you the double protection. All we have to do is align the face exactly like this, and then we can go from underneath here, align the side piece there, just make sure that everything is pushed in correctly here, and we just have to find the edge. As you can see, this is stuck there. This is pre-measured so that it takes the shape of the car, so just get the right one for your car. Oh, so much better now. All the leaf and everything is gonna get stuck here instead of going through, saving you a ton of headache. So you don't have to worry about all those gunk ending up inside. Now this is going to really protect it. So in my opinion, a very cheap solution for a big headache problem. And it looks cool, I like it. Now the great thing about T-Launch is that they make this for other cars as well, not just for the newer Model Ys or 3s, because other places I've seen they only make it for the Juniper or Highland, they leave out the older car. Like the Model Y that we just put in, that's the older Model Y. This is a Highland, and we are able to just put this in. It is going to be different shapes and sizes depending on what type of car that you pick, but Highland is super simple. We're just going to have to slide this into its place. There is no adhesive or anything. This just takes the shape of the grill here, and it is going to stay in place because this is super tight fit. As you can see, it doesn't come out. There are some brackets that are holding it into its place. So they have one for Highland as well, or other Model 3. So if you have made it this far, thank you. I appreciate your support. What are your thoughts? Have you done your radiator cleaning? Have you taken it to Tesla to do it? Do you have issues with your airflow? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. When was the last time you have changed your filters? Please share your thoughts, any tips, anything. We all can learn from each other here. So please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I have put all the links to the products. Really appreciate your support. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come back again soon.